This is happening in Japan. But what you're seeing might not be what you think it is. A man sits silently, shaping something that looks like art, but will disappear in minutes. Yes, what you're seeing is in Japan, not China. In this scene, a craftsman in a blue kimono sits with his back to us, fully focused on a traditional craft known as Amezaiku. Using a thin tube, he blows into heated maltose syrup, shaping fragile figures while the sugar is still soft. Using a thin tube, the artisan blows into heated maltose syrup, shaping it into delicate figures while the sugar is still soft. To many Chinese viewers, this scene feels familiar. For generations, sugar blowing has been one of the most vivid childhood memories. Seeing it appear in Japan often raises a question. Why is it here, and why was it important enough to be painted in oil? In 1890, Scribner's magazine in the United States sent the American painter Robert Frederick Blum to Japan to illustrate a series of articles titled Japan in Pictures, written by Sir Edwin Arnold. Blum lived in Tokyo for 3 years. He became fascinated by Meiji-era streets, where the old was giving way to the new, and countless fleeting moments of daily life unfolded before him. This painting, The Candy Sculptor, became one of the key works from his time in Japan. Blum was deeply impressed by the craft itself. It reminded him of Western glass blowers shaping molten glass. Though less durable, its artistry was equally refined. In the painting, the craftsman is surrounded by curious women and children. Several mothers carry sleeping or curious babies on their backs, while the children watch with pure fascination. Blum's depiction of the crowd is highly detailed. Each figure feels distinct, with carefully observed clothing, textures, and colors, showing his strong realism and attention to everyday life. The background shows a typical Meiji-era street, shop signs with Chinese characters, rickshaws, and wooden clogs passing through the scene. Under warm and cool light, it feels realistic, yet clearly influenced by Western Impressionism. When exhibited in the United States in 1893, the painting became a major success and helped secure Blum's election to the National Academy of Design. On a deeper level, the work reflects the West's fascination with Eastern culture at the end of the 19th century. But Blum goes beyond exotic spectacle. He focuses instead on ordinary street life. The animals and figures made of maltose syrup would melt or be eaten within minutes. This fleeting beauty reflects the Japanese aesthetic of mono no aware, an awareness of impermanence, and the ukiyo-e sense of life as something transient and dreamlike. Using oil painting, Blum preserved one of the most fragile moments of everyday sweetness in the East. But there is another layer to this story. The craft itself did not originate in Japan. It was introduced from China during early cultural exchanges in the Heian period. What began as ceremonial sugar art slowly transformed into street performance over centuries. By the mid-20th century, hygiene regulations began to restrict traditional mouth-blown sugar crafts. The technique evolved into a safer form, using air pumps or shaping tools instead. Today, it survives in places like Asakusa as a protected cultural heritage. So here's the final question. When Robert Frederick Blum painted this scene in 1890, did he realize he was capturing something that had already traveled across centuries and civilizations? Enjoy the world's greatest masterpieces and witness the endless cycle of art, culture, and history. I'm Gogo Brother Gao. Thank you for watching. Like, follow, and share for more masterpieces from around the world.